Mississippi, we have a problem. We have a big problem, and we will talk about it after the 30. Hello, everyone. I just see one person. I see Paulette Water Stay Line. I'm coming on late, you all, because I don't come on often, but I said, let me come on today. I am coming up late tonight. Um, and you all, we better stay woke. Black people, I need y'all to wake up. Black people in Mississippi, I need you to wake up. They are passing a bill in Mississippi right now, which was introduced by Representative Polk from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, that they're going to close 8 state institutions in Mississippi. 3 they want to close right away. Mississippi University, Women's University of Mississippi, Delta State University, and Mississippi Valley State. Then they want to go and close Alcorn State and Jackson State. Now, I'm telling you, I got a problem with that. And this is the problem. And they're trying to close other state colleges, and there are a few more state colleges that they're trying to close. But what's going to happen is there are not going to be any state institutions in Mississippi, no HBCUs in Mississippi, because they want to close. So Mississippi Valley State has an enrollment of 2,176. I think Jackson has about 7,000, and Alcorn has about 2,900. And let me say this. Only 22% of Mississippians earn a bachelor's degree. Do you not know in Mississippi, they fought so black people could not go to University of Mississippi in Oxford, Mississippi State, and all of those schools. And this is why we have Alcorn State and Mississippi Valley State. Mississippi Valley State is the only state institution that serves the Mississippi Delta. Okay? Only school. That is the pride of the Delta, and they want to take it. Jackson State is the only state school in the city of Jackson, Mississippi, and they want to take it. And Alcorn State serves the southwest portion of Mississippi. And what they want to do is sell that land and give that land away, because most of these colleges sit in prime real estate. And that's what they want. They want to take the land and sell it. Again, Mississippi only has a 22% graduate rate when it comes to bachelor's degrees. It is the lowest. It only beats out West Virginia. Now, we're already having some issues. St. Aug, which is St. Augustine College, in North Carolina just lost their accreditation. Y'all, it is getting crazy out here. And we're not doing anything. We sleeping. It shouldn't be another black college that closed. And now we're getting ready to go through this with Sangog, which is a private institution. But now they want to close 8 state schools in Mississippi by 2028, closing some as quickly as the fall of 2024. And they're going to try to pass this bill in the Mississippi state legislature. You all, we got to do better. We got to do better. I'm sorry. We can sit up here and cuss each other out, and don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem, but see, what we doing ain't helping. Come on now. We got some issues. They're doing this right under our feet. Do you not know the sweat and the tears that our ancestors had to bear to get these schools open? A lot of these state schools started off as religious schools opened by the Freedmen's Bureau and religious organizations to help us, because we could not go to those schools. And now they're going to try to close them. Now, I want y'all to check this and catch this. Money that was supposed to be used for a lot of our HBCUs, where did that money go again? Cam Newton, or whatever that man's name is, or whatever that football player, they were giving him that private money. That baby, see, you all, we gotta do more. So, Mississippi, there is a problem. Alcorn State has been here for a while. I know people who have graduated from that institution and are doing awesome things. As a matter of fact, the president of one of our colleges here is a graduate of Alcorn State. Jackson State was good when it was winning the football games, but now they want to close the school. The only state institution in Jackson. And this is the sad part about this, y'all. Let me give y'all an example. Jackson State is a stone throw from the capital. Jackson State is in the capital city, but yet that school is not gotten the money and the funding it should have. But yet the school in Oxford, Mississippi, and Mississippi State, which are not in the capital, are getting funded. This school is in the capital. And they want to close it. Jackson State is important. I don't care if they are going through a tough time. Jackson State is important. Mississippi Valley State is sure enough important because, okay, that's the only state school in the Delta. And Alcorn State. You got Russ College, you got Boogaloo, you got those colleges, but they're private and they're expensive, and a lot of students can't afford it. And I'm really, y'all, I'm telling you, we got to stay away. And it really hurts my heart to hear that Sangog has lost their accreditation. It is only 2 black Episcopal schools in the U.S. That is Sangog and Voorhees College in South Carolina. Sangog is in North Carolina, and Voorhees is in South Carolina. And when a school loses its accreditation, that means it's getting ready to die. Because without accreditation, guess what? You don't get federal funding. You all, look, I know this is not popular. I know people don't get excited about this, but let me say this, and I'm going to be very clear. If they can do this in Mississippi, they can do this in Georgia. Oh, Jay Wilson, you just so no, no, no. They already wanted to close Savannah State and merge it with Armstrong State. They already want to close Fort Valley State. They already want to close Albany State. These are black state schools in Georgia. Okay? Why have a Tennessee State while you have a Vanderbilt? I'm telling you, you all, we have to be very, very, very careful with this. We only have one black state school in the state of Florida, and that's Florida A&M. And guess what? If Mississippi does it, then guess who else would want to do it? Neighboring Alabama. Alabama State and Alabama A&M will be on the chopping block. I mean, serious. Y'all got to think about this. They already want to close Norfolk State University and merge it with Old Dominion. Virginia State would probably be the only thing left. Wake up. Why do we have South Carolina State? If everybody can go, all these state schools in South Carolina, you know why? I mean, it's only one state school in South Carolina, many private schools, but these people are talking about state funded schools. We're not talking about private schools. They can go to Oklahoma and close Langston really, really quickly. It's the only black school in state institution in Oklahoma. Well, hell, why do we need Dell State? We can close Dell State up. Why do we need two black schools in Baltimore? Let everybody go to Morgan State and we close Coppin State down. Huh? Why do we need that? I'm just being real, you all. We don't think about these things. Why do we need two black schools in Missouri? We can close Lincoln and Harris Stower down. Why do we need Texas Southern and Prairie View A&M? These two state schools right in the Houston area, so we'll just close one down. They already made Prairie View A&M a part of the Texas A&M system. I mean, y'all better wait. See, y'all don't understand. If they can do this junk with abortion, hell, they can do it with colleges as well. Don't you ever sleep. Don't think that these people don't want to allocate this money to black colleges. First of all, they're already saying that y'all woke, and they're already saying that this diversity, equity, inclusion thing is crap. And again, these schools, and y'all don't understand that this is their way to say, okay, well, if you can't get in our school, then you don't get in. I'm just being real. Let me say this. If it were HBCUs allowed black people to get into the middle class, because in the 40s, the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, they were not letting us in. Do you hear me? Y'all act like segregation was 500 years ago. No, 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 no. Jim Crow in the South wasn't that long ago. They don't even want Southern University. The only reason why Southern University is hanging on in there because it's a system in Louisiana. So Southern is its own system. I'm just being real. Y'all, we can't play these games. You got schools in Maryland that could close like right away. Why do we need the University of Maryland Eastern Shore? Why they can go to Salisbury State University? Why do we need the Eastern Shore School? I mean, see, because University of Maryland Eastern Shore is come on. I'm just saying. And you got post schools like Langston. And let me say this too. If we can't get you that way, let me tell you. So we need to know history. West Virginia State and Bluefield State were historically black colleges. West Virginia State is hanging on by a thread right now because if they can close, they would. But let me tell you what they did to Bluefield State. Bluefield State was a predominantly black school. The students had issues with how they were being treated, and the school was not being treated well. They had a riot. Do you not know that they closed the dorms and pretty much made it a commuter school so the black students can come? So now it's a predominantly white school with a still historically black moniker on it. So it's a HBCU, even though it's predominantly white. Y'all better wake up, baby. I wish we could be in a colorblind society, but I'm just gonna say it again. Black people didn't do this. We didn't start calling people white and black and this and this. That's not our making. We didn't do that. That was because of slavery. And so don't tell us we should be colorblind and everybody American. And no, we're not. If we were American, we wouldn't have a presidential candidate saying that black people gonna vote for him because he's being indicted. And so what he's saying is we used to people going to jail and we like people going to jail, and because you know because all black people go to jail, we gonna vote for him. And because he got shiny tennis shoes that look like gold, we gonna buy it. Because black people stupid like that. Uh, I'm just and we sit here and we don't vote. Let me say this. Let me tell you what I've done. I have already go. I went on. I think it's Vote 411. I went on that website and I read all about the candidates and what they stand for and what they're going to do, all the way from the Texas Railroad Commission, all the way to, let me tell you something, the sheriffs and local elections, and I have checked who I'm going to vote for. I already know, and I'm going to do early voting. You all start looking at these local elections because the people who are passing this bill to close Alcorn State, Mississippi Valley State, and Jackson State are in the state of Mississippi. The man who is doing this bill, who's getting this bill started, is Polk. Last name is Polk from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He is a state representative. And I'm saying this because we focus so much on these federal and these national elections, and we forget our state and local government. And I think that it is tragedy for people to even consider trying to close Jackson State, Mississippi Valley State, or Alcorn State. It's a tragedy. Those schools are national treasures, especially in the state of Mississippi. Medgar Evers, all of those civil rights leaders came out of those schools. And now you want to close it? So you better watch out because they'll be trying to close Grambling State in Louisiana. Come on, we got to be careful. I gotta. I'm telling you all, we have to be Very careful of what's going on. So I know this is not salacious stuff. I know this is not talking about who's sleeping with who, or who popped who, or who going to jail, or pushing people to fight. Hey, that may be your entertainment. Ain't mad at it, but again, these are institutions that our ancestors built. These are schools that helped us out when nobody else would. When you couldn't get into Ole Miss, you could get into Mississippi Valley State. When you couldn't get into Mississippi State, you could get into Alcorn State. When you couldn't get into Mississippi Southern, you could get into Jackson State. And now the only alternative, if this is successful for our Black people, are going to be, and let me tell you something, it ain't no win-win. Because if you go to a state institution outside of your state, you're going to pay more money. If you go to a private school inside your state, you're going to pay any money. And most of the times, private institutions, they do not charge out-of-state tuition because it's so damn expensive anyhow. So without any state institutions, then you're screwed. And how the school systems are, some of these people don't have a chance in hell to get a state education. I'm just being real with you all. Mm. Yes, yes, promises manifested. I read up on the candidates. I wanted to know what they stood for. I want to know all of this. You all, let me say this. We have to support our HBCUs, private and state. People in this season want these colleges to close, and they are doing everything possible to hinder progress of Black and brown people. And they are telling you, they are showing you with these bills that they are passing. And we sit here sleep. We sit here fighting with each other. And I don't have a problem again with the roasting and gagging and stuff, but baby, it's bigger life out there than roasting and gagging. And my thing is, a lot of us have relatives who are in school districts that are not the best. And these colleges will be able to help these students to get on the right track. You all, we got to be so careful. Let me say this too. Be careful with this school choice thing. I have worked on both sides of the coin, and your child can't get into every private school. Charter schools make decisions. They meet with parents. They make a decision. Even public charter schools make a decision of who gets in. And if your child has behavior issues, they will be looking for another school. And the sad part about it, let me tell y'all what happened. I've seen this happen many times. I've seen a parent with a promising child, and I'm not talking about a badly behaved child. I'm talking about a child that is well behaved. But the parents could not meet the obligation of what the school needed. PTA was mandatory. Uniforms were mandatory. The state paid for the tuition, but the state didn't pay for the uniforms. The state didn't pay for the extracurricular activities. And these schools believe in parental participation. And I'm not talking about a bad child. I'm talking about a good child with good grades. But the parents couldn't meet the threshold. This private school took state money. That money doesn't follow that child. So when a child goes back to the public school that they left, that money doesn't follow them. So it's like they double dipped. They left the school got funding. They left the funding went to the private school. That funding does not follow that child to the other school. So you're double dipping, and it costs the county or the state more to do that. And see, these people don't tell you that these schools of choice sound good, but everybody don't get in. Now, let me go a little farther. Do you not know? Oh, I'm getting ready to get here now. That a lot of these Republicans and a lot of these business people who vote Republican own a lot of these charter schools. They have a financial interest in these charter schools. And some of these charter schools are very deficient. And I'm using that word lightly. They are very deficient. And our students are getting poor food. They're getting poor instructions. I know somebody right now who niece is over the cafeteria, don't know nothing about nutrition, but it's a charter school and they can do that. Now, let me sock it to you too. Charter schools don't have to have certified teachers. Hey, somebody, and I'm talking about public charter schools. I'm talking about schools that use state money. Now, these public schools, oh, y'all don't want to hear this preaching. These public schools, their teachers have to be certified, and they can use a provisional certification up to 3 years. And after 3 years, if you don't have your certification, you're in the wind. But oh, not at these charter schools, you can retire without being certified. You all, please wake up. Just because people say it's a school of choice, that don't mean it's a good choice. I'm just saying. I know y'all don't like this preaching, but see, this is why we got to be really careful, because people are trying to sell us a bill of goods like, oh, this is school of choice because the inner city schools are so bad and all that. And then you try to go to Holy Trinity Episcopal School, and Miss Holy Trinity gonna say no. And we don't want your school voucher. We don't do that. Holy Trinity is going to take the best of the best because that's an elite private school. So now you're going to have to take Boo Boo over there at this charter school opened by these money hungry folk who don't even care about the students, but the numbers. And then you want to close down black schools. Y'all better go ahead and sit down somewhere. I know y'all don't like this teaching, but it's tight, but it's right. We can sit and sleep, but all I'm going to tell y'all is be woke, because people want to act like wokeness is a bad thing. And the only reason why wokeness is a bad thing because it originated with black people. And anything that black people make up, either people want to steal it or they want to say it's bad. But baby, being woke, especially being awake for the right things, is not a bad thing. Being awake to them wanting to close 3 state colleges, HBCUs in Mississippi, that serves a population that is vulnerable, that's not a bad thing. Now, I don't care about Delta State, and truly I do. Because let me say this. I care about all institutions of higher learning, but baby, I definitely care about HBCUs because they know the mission and they know the assignment. But again, Mississippi only 22% of the population has a bachelor's degree. They rank only above West Virginia when it comes to graduation rate and this stuff. And I'm not trying to beat up Mississippi, but when people are trying to take HBCUs away, and we know that Black people suffer at an alarming rate in that state, and they trying to take something that these people can, better their lives with, that's a problem. Now, they're going to close all these schools up, right? So you think everybody going to get into Ole Miss? Hell no. That's Mississippi's flagship school. Child, y'all better wake up. What's up, Miss Philadelphia? Let me say this. Let me tell you what. And this is real for the people in Pennsylvania. Baby, Cheney is on the verge. Cheney is another school. And the sad part about it is Cheney and Lincoln and Medgar Evers are our northeastern HBCUs. Uh-huh. And Cheney and Lincoln can go tomorrow because, again, Cheney and Lincoln are HBCUs, but they don't have major populations like Drexel and University of Pennsylvania and Penn State and California University of Pennsylvania. I'm calling these schools out. And they could close Cheney and Lincoln tomorrow. I'm not saying they can do that, but let me say, and I know that most liberal states really don't do that, but again, it could come to, well, we're spending a whole lot of money with these schools, and our students can be better served at these colleges. They can go to Slippery Rock. They can go to XYZ. And we're going to close Cheney or merge Cheney and Lincoln together, baby. I'm telling you, y'all, I think we need to be. St. Aug is a historical school. St. Augustine was a very sought after college to go to at one point in time. And the closing of St. Aug is almost like closing Fisk University. Fisk University has the singers and stuff, but St. Aug is a Episcopal institution like Voorhees. And St. Aug has lost their accreditation, and it's going to take a miracle to restore that school. North Carolina, let me say this. If you live in North Carolina, you know that there are a lot of Black state schools. Why do we need Elizabeth City State? Why do we need Winston-Salem State and North Carolina A&T, and they right down each other? Why do we need a Fayetteville State? Why do we need a North Carolina Central? North Carolina, y'all got many private schools. Johnson C. Smith, St. Gog, unfortunately, and I don't know how long St. Gog gonna be there because again, maybe they done lost their accreditation. You got Shaw University. Okay, you got Bennett sitting there at all female women's college. Then you got Fayetteville State. You got Winston-Salem State. You got Elizabeth City State. You got North Carolina Central State. You know, I mean, yeah. So Fayetteville, North Carolina, Winston-Salem, Elizabeth City, North Carolina A&T. Y'all got 5 state schools. Why do we need all these black state colleges? We'll keep North Carolina A&T and close all the rest. Y'all better wake up. And North Carolina will do it. They will do it in North Carolina. Okay. Now, I understand that folk don't think this is exciting stuff, but this is the stuff that we need to be concerned about, black folk. They don't care about them schools. They don't care about the history of those schools. Next thing you know, they'll be coming for University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Okay, Pine Bluff is in a bad neighborhood, and why do we need a school in Pine Bluff? And the next thing you know, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, UPAP be closed. So that's all I'm saying on tonight, you all. Mississippi, we have a problem. It's a problem when you're trying to close Jackson State. Now I'm gonna tell you what. Ooh, I'm gonna make some gay people mad, and I'm gonna make some people mad. But gay people, y'all sitting up there doing all that J-setting, doing J-set competitions, all at the club and stuff. Well, baby, I'm gonna tell you, J-sets is gonna be a thing of the past. It's gonna be a memory when Jackson State closed. Because honey, them people don't care. That man, Polk, the state senator from Hattiesburg, he don't care about no J-sets. Okay? Baby, we know them Alcorn State girls can dance. Okay? He don't care about them. Okay, they're gonna be kicking and doing round offs. Okay, for the remember Alcorn State. Because if these people have their way, baby, they don't care about Alcorn State. And Mississippi Valley State, they don't have no really good band like that. They don't have no dancing girls like that. But you know, because the powerhouse Alcorn and Jackson State, the J sets, and you know, yeah, over that, yeah. But still in all, they'll close it up. Child, they be J setting, and of course, you know. Let me say this: Beyonce even bit off the J sets. Okay, I mean, they come on, baby. The J setting movement has just taken flame around everybody. Everybody J set, everybody J set, J set, and then Jackson State closing. Now they want to do this before 2028. So that's all I'm saying. Stay woke. Don't let these people have you thinking woke mean bad. No, woke mean I'm seeing what you're trying to do, and we're going to do something about it. And all of these black folk who live in black states with black state institutions, y'all better be awakened because it could happen to you. If you live in Missouri, they coming for Lincoln and they coming for Harris Stower. If you live in Texas, they coming for Prairie View and they coming for Texas Southern. If you live in Florida, they're going to come for Florida A&M. Who cares about the Marching 100? Okay, and all that. Because, well, again, Florida State is right across the street from Florida A&M. And the thing is, well, why do we have 2 state schools in one city? Okay, y'all better hear me. Grambling, yeah, Y'all better listen, Grambling. Why do we have Grambling State while we have Southern University and it's a whole system? So isn't that duplicating what we have? So let's get rid of Grambling. Tennessee State, y'all know Tennessee State is the only state institution, black institution in Tennessee. Okay, y'all better watch out. Delaware State, y'all only have one school. And it's like, well, it ain't that many black people living in Delaware. Everybody can go to the University of Delaware in Wilmington if you can get in. Maryland, y'all in big trouble. Y'all got two black schools in one city, and then y'all got another black school sitting over there on the Eastern Shore. Then you got Bowie State sitting on over there. All of these black schools. Virginia, you got Norfolk State and you got Virginia State. Norfolk State is vulnerable because it's in the same city as Old Dominion University. Savannah State, they already tried to take you once, baby, and merge you with Armstrong State. Albany State, y'all almost didn't get that money after y'all got flooded. Okay, Fort Valley State, folk don't even know who y'all are. And the next thing you know, y'all gonna be going to Valdosta State getting treated badly. I'm just saying. Kentucky State, y'all know y'all having problems with enrollment. Baby, y'all be wrapped up and y'all be going on over there to some school, Eastern Kentucky University, emerge. Central State, y'all know y'all the only state school in Ohio, and y'all got Wilberforce right across the street. Wilberforce is right across the street. You can walk to Wilberforce in Central State. But they gonna say, well, all y'all need to go to what's that school? Wright State University. Y'all go to Wright State University. Why y'all going right on over here? Come on now. I'm telling you. Alabama State, Alabama A&M. Y'all better watch it. I'm telling you. Because y'all another school in the state capital. No, KFS. It ain't about that. Coppin State and Morgan State is there. And I'm telling you, I can see legislatures saying, well, why do we have these two black schools in the same area? Close Coppin State down and merge it with Morgan State. I'm just saying. It ain't about the money. You better have the right legislature. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. South Carolina State, you only got one state school. That's South Carolina State in Orangeburg. Baby, y'all, I'm being real out there with y'all. We don't think about these things. So, baby, yeah. And they really wanted to close Cheney or they wanted to merge it with another school. And only reason why Cheney is surviving because it has history as one of the oldest. And of course, that's disputed with Wilberforce, but still in all, it's one of the oldest institution of higher learning for HBCUs. So, y'all, you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful because, especially if you live in these red states, they do not see the value of black institutions. They want to close them. Come on, Florida. Y'all know Ron DeSantis is sitting up there. Y'all know that man don't want no Florida A&M over there. He want them black folk not to even go to school. So we can sit up here and be cute if we want to. You better wake up. They coming for our institutions of higher learning. And again, why we got black state schools? Because white people didn't want us to go. And they still don't want us to go, but they being sneaky now. So they're gonna go ahead and close these schools up, and they know only a few black people be able to get in. How they have it rigged and set up, and so you know what? That will stop black folk from going to school. They know that these colleges have put black people in the middle class. More teachers come out of HBCUs than even PWIs. Hell, half our NFL came from these black schools. Well, it ain't about bougie black. I think the only thing that's saving Maryland is because it's a liberal enclave, and they have black people in the legislature. That's it. But don't sleep on that. You can't rest on that. Don't think it can't happen now. Don't think it don't can't happen. It can happen. It can happen. Jackson State is a institution in Mississippi, and they thinking about closing it. What? Y'all better pay attention. Well, look, y'all, I'm done. Um, and I'm getting this from the Ledger. It's a newspaper, the Clarion Ledger. It's a newspaper in Mississippi, and they have been reporting on this. So this is not something I'm making up. All you got to do is type in Mississippi Valley State and click on news on Yahoo, and it will come up. And it is a bill that is going forward right now, and they're planning for it in the Mississippi legislature to close those schools. And you know they done threw in some white schools, but they know what they're doing. So anyway, you all, that's what I wanted to say. Um, I'm just sorry that all of this stuff is going on, but I wanted you all to know what was happening. Wanted to keep y'all informed. So anyway, thank y'all for coming on. Peace and love. Y'all take care.